kids, I'd like you to meet
George Washington! Maybe clean your glasses. George Washington!
Even better, I'm a painting of George Washington, which means I know everything, or at least everything about the paintings in this museum.
You're only limited by the walls you build yourself and the rules of your parole.
I recognize this painting as Washington crossing the Delaware.
Correct. It's the only way to get home from Jersey.
Did you know that people wanted the real George Washington to stay president? But he made the choice to retire.
Well, I didn't want to set an expectation that future presidents can be presidents for life. That's more like a king, and kings are for losers. That's why they're the worst piece in chess.
Speaking of losers, my grandkids...
Hey!
My grandkids like softball, and they're struggling with doing what is right versus what their team wants them to do.
I don't know what softball is, but it sounds boring. Anyway, being part of a team can be a good thing. It's how we won the war. Timber!
Who chopped down my cherry tree?
'Twas I! Ha ha!
Okay.
See how honest I am? And honestly, being part of a team can become a problem when you start making decisions based on your teammates' opinions and choices, rather than what you know is right or wrong.
Life's too short, especially if you're short.
It's called tribalism.
Tribalism?
When you stop seeking truth and just go along with your team or your tribe. On one hand, being part of a political party can introduce you to the ideas and opinions of like-minded people. On the other hand, it's not a good idea to always use your party to decide what's right or wrong, since no political party is perfect. Haha!
Did you know that George Washington was the only American president who wasn't a member of a political party?
Really?
George is the smartest person with dentures I know.
Hey!
Sometimes it's easy to go along with whatever your group supports,
Or your favorite news channel.
rather than making choices based on how good an idea is, not just which team supports it.
So people should stop thinking their team is always right and think for themselves.
Exactly. Onward!
It's all about how you look at things. So buy glasses.
People used to think the sun revolved around the earth. That belief was so popular that this man was forced to stop proclaiming the truth, that the earth actually revolves around the sun. His name was Galileo.
Galileo?
Galileo.
Galileo?
Figaro!
Nothing can stop you, except maybe rabies. The world is full of mysteries. It's terrifying.
In 1692, there was a whole team of people who started spreading the lie that some women were witches. They were so loyal to their team that they sentenced many innocent women to death.
They stopped treating those witches like people.
They stopped treating those people like people.
And during World War II, over 10 million people belonged to the Nazi Party. How do you think that so many people were okay joining a party that eventually took 17 million innocent lives?
I always assumed that they were just bad guys breaking the law.
They were bad, but they weren't breaking the law. The Nazi Party started out as a legal organization. They were able to become more radical and hateful because not enough people within the party pushed back. And because so few were willing to go against their team, millions of Jewish people and prisoners were executed. That's the danger of choosing your team over the truth.
Tribalism sounds like a scary thing.
Yeah, but is tribalism really still happening today?
Come on, get over here!
Ooh, white paint on white canvas. Really captures the artist's commentary on minimalism.
You can be pretentious on your own time. Now listen up. Today's politics are very driven by tribalism. Don't get me started on how each party accuses the other of overspending, but no matter who is in power, the national debt just gets higher. All that to say, tribalism hasn't stopped and the stakes are much higher in politics than in softball.
So how do we stop tribalism?
Well, as hard as it seems, seek truth over teams. Don't pledge loyalty to political parties or groups, but focus on what is right.
Also, you could make a cartoon about it and stream it on a platform that values good ideals.
People should question their team to make sure they're doing what's right.
Whether it's popular or not. Very good, boy.
Actually, I'm 11, so I'm technically a preteen. Look at my mustache.
Hi!
Okay.
Thanks for everything, Georgie.
You're welcome.